Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the stock and commodity market class. In the last class, we had discussed about depositories, its meaning, and its features. In this is class number 19. In this class, I am going to explain the topic called the objectives of depositories. That means why depositories are existing, for what purpose, for what reason, for what objective. So the depositories are existing. So let's discuss one by one the objectives of depositories. The first objective is to eliminate the forgery of certificates. This is the main objective. In case of physical certificates, so you and me can forgery the certificates of anybody else, isn't it? But in case of electronic certificates, so nobody can forgery the certificates of anybody else, isn't it? So that's why in depositories, all securities are in electronic form. So that's why nobody can forgery the certificates of anybody else, isn't it? So this is the first objective of. So when nobody can forgery the certificates of anybody else, so then that is nothing but elimination of forgery of certificates. So this is the main objective of depository. Next, the second objective is to avoid tearing and mutilation of scripts due to reckless handling. In case of physical certificates, when we handle the physical certificates recklessly, so then the physical certificates may get pieces, or also physical certificate may get damage. Mutilation means damage, may get damage in case of physical certificates. But there is no such fear in case of electronic certificates. That means we can't see the electronic certificate will become more number of pieces, and electronic certificate may get damaged. We can't see that problem in case of electronic certificate, isn't it? So this is second objective of the depository. Next, the third objective is to avoid loss of certificates by postal authorities, registrars, and investors. This is another objective of depository. So in case of physical certificates, when so there is a fear of loss of certificates when we handle when those certificates handled by postal authorities, registrars, investors, isn't it? So there is a loss of certificates in in that fear we have in case of physical certificates, isn't it? So there is no such kind of fear in case of electronic certificates. So here the certificates are in electronic form. So then there is no scope for loss of certificates, isn't it? So this is a third objective of the depository. So next fourth objective is to ensure liquidity. Liquidity means liquid cash. Whenever the investors need cash, so they can easily convert their securities into cash immediately. So by way of selling their securities at stock market, isn't it? So that is possible. So here T plus 2 days. In case of stock market, to convert the securities into cash, it requires 3 days. T plus 2 days. Trading day plus 2 working days, isn't it? So within 3 days, you can convert, you can get cash of your securities. So this is fourth objective. So getting liquid cash, this is fourth objective. Next, fifth objective is to liberate Indian securities market from the paperwork. That means depository objective is making free the Indian security market from the paperwork. That means no paperwork should be there in Indian securities market. So this is another objective of depository. No paperwork should be there in Indian security market. So that is nothing but no paperwork in Indian securities market. This is another objective. The next objective is to reduce the paper handling cost in the capital market. So this is another objective of depository. So when we use physical certificates, when we handle physical certificates, there will be a stamp duty, there will be a postal charges, so there will be a more handling cost. But when the security is in electronic form, when we, so there is no paperwork, so the handling cost will be less. So here the objective of depository is reducing the handling cost, paper handling cost in capital market. So this is another objective of depository in when the certificates securities in electronic form, so there is no paper handling cost. So this is another objective. Next objective is to standardize the Indian settlement practice. That means making sure that the Indian settlement practice to the standards. That means, so implement 100% standards in Indian settlement practice. So this is another objective of depository. Next, eighth objective of depository is to increase the growth of potential of Indian capital market. So it is also an objective of depository. How it is possible? So here giving more awareness programs to investors, to public, general public, to save and more money and to make investment in stock market. Because of stock market promising more returns, you will never get such kind of returns in any other investment option, isn't it? So that's why. In the another side, also government should give more encouragement to industrial startups. So when industries will grow, so definitely. So here, from the side of investors, more demat accounts are opened, and also from the side of industries, there will be more growth. So the overall, these two factors leads to the growth of the potential of Indian capital will increase. That is the objective of depository. Next, last ninth objective is to implement the achievable clearing settlement depository solution, which is not expensive to develop and maintain. That means implementation of achievable clearing settlement and depository solution that should not be expensive and that should be maintainable easily. The implementation of achievable clearing settlement depository solution that should not be expensive, that should not be too cost, and that can be maintained, that can be easily maintainable. So this is the settlement process should not be expensive and should not and can be maintainable easily. So this is the last objective of depository. In this class we have discussed about the objectives of depository. So thank you one and all.